Using evidence they knew was phony, the Department of Justice launched the Mueller investigation of Trump. 50 FBI agents participated in this treasonous farce. Not a single special agent came forward with the truth about what was going on behind the scenes. Not one. And because they were never held to account for their crimes, their corruption only became more shameless and more extreme. They threw Pam Hemphill, an octogenarian grandmother battling cancer, into jail for the crime of entering a public building. They publicly shamed former Trump advisor Peter Navarro by dragging him off a plane and placing him in leg irons. They drove armored personnel carriers full of agents in body armor and long guns onto the lawns of countless Americans and threw entire families into jail as if they were terrorists or drug dealers. They are even now continuing to conduct kangaroo court trials before thuggish D.C. judges with insatiable anti-Trump bloodlust. And now Attorney General Merrick Garland and Director Christopher Wray would have you believe they knew nothing about the FBI raid on Mar-a-Lago, while at the same time claiming they helped plan and approve it. Don't believe them. This is yet another attempt to avoid responsibility for their openly criminal misconduct. The legacies of both Garland and Wray have already been set in stone. They will be forever remembered as cruel and corrupt traitors. They feign innocence, but don't believe for a second they mean it. You have to think about this from their perspective. The FBI crime syndicate has, along with the rest of the D.C. swamp, the real reason the feds are going after Trump and his supporters has nothing to do with law and order or classified documents. In reality, it has everything to do with the fact Trump and his supporters serve as uncomfortable reminders that Biden is not now, and not ever, popular. It's an unsettling fact pattern. The problem for Garland and Wray is they can't shrug their way out of this situation. They can't claim ignorance about a handful of bad apples and promise to fix it by having agents take extra training. They are deeply and intimately implicated in these high crimes and murderous abuses. So now their only path forward is to somehow arrest their way to a majority pro-establishment America. It's either that or total capitulation. There is no third option. It would appear the leftists and their crime syndicate goons have completely lost the plot. They had no idea that the power they once so gleefully wielded against their political enemies would also burden them, permanently, with the mantle of oppressor and jackboot. History will remember them and the rank-and-file agents for their faithlessness, their lies, their lust for power, but mostly they will be remembered for the role they fulfilled in the story of 21st century America, as villains, worthy of the pantheon of history's worst monsters, right up there with the Praetorian Guard, the KGB, and the Red Guard. Liz,